Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sullivan Adams getting my latest review on Naruto Shippuden episode 431. To see that smile once again. I know I know I said it wrong, the opening title, but I'll get straight to the point now. Anyway, this episode is about Karin, where we get to see her past. And I gotta admit, her past is like definitely very messed up. I don't know if this is we're seeing her flashback of her past or just a fantasy world that she created. Either way, we're getting a peek in her mind. First of all, Karin, and when she was a little girl, her and her mother were taken in by the village hidden in the grass. You guys remember when Sasuke killed Danzo, about to kill Karin? And, we got to see that she was when she was hidden in the grass when she first saw Sasuke during the tuning exam, like a long time ago. But basically, Karin, her mother had the same ability as her, but they used her mother's ability too much that it caused a strain on her body, and she convulsed and died. And basically, her mother's healing ability is what killed her. And now that Karin has no mom and she has her mother's abilities, she's all alone. And I was noticing that they treat her a lot like crap because she's an outsider. She was not born in the village. Her family was taken in by the village. They gave her a home, but they treat her like garbage, like less than human. This reminds me a lot of how Kushina was treated when she was brought to the village. I mean, the local children treated her like crap, and they made fun of her, and made fun of her dream of being Hokage. The only person that saved Kushina from suffering ultimate despair and darkness was Minato. He was the only one. Um, basically. He was the only one that showed any kindness to her as a child, and they were together ever since. I mean, hell, they had Naruto, and she became very good. But, but things didn't go for as well as Karin. Like she was basically used as a tool to heal. They didn't treat her like much of a comrade. I mean, they just take her to place where women were healed and wounded. I mean, she saw what happened to her mother. I mean, she saw her mother's body. I mean, she didn't have to see her face. She could just tell from proximity. Just look at her body and see her mother's arm from the morgue table, covered in bite marks. Like she was treated like crap. I mean, seriously. Like they didn't care about her at all. Her hope, like she felt alone. She didn't make any friends. She felt like ultimate despair. Like this could have been the same way with Kushina. She could have suffered the same fate before she was saved by Minato. I mean, hell, I mean, she was nearly captured by the Hidden Cloud, and Minato was the one that saved her. But she didn't. But the only person that saved Karin from dying from death was Sasuke during the Chunin exam, and he saved her. Basically, he did. And she did like him at that point. But after that, she never saw Sasuke again. And during the tuning exam, they treated her like crap. Like she was never a trusted ally. She was just a tool for healing. No different than just a bandage you put on a scar. That means once you remove the bandage, you could just throw it away like trash. That's one of the things that makes it a little sad. And then Karin was sent away, to heal people who suffered the wrath of the Kaguya clan in battle. You guys know who the Kakuya clan is, right? It's the same people that Kimimara's people made. You guys remember Kimimaro from the first half of Naruto, before the filler. He was the person that could use. He was the person that could use bones as weapons, and he was supposed to be the most splendid and gifted of the Kakuya clan's history. But the problem with that was because he was a member of the Kaguya clan, and he had some and disease, and he was different from the rest, like a freak, basically. Yeah. It's also understandable. Like outsiders, people who come from foreign lands are treated like crap because they don't understand them. Like it's xenophobia, fear of foreigners. But if they've done nothing wrong, is it really worth it? I mean, in order for Karin to be treated like Karin to like earn her keep, she had to heal people, and Peter just treat her like trash if they don't. Because they think you're just a selfish person who does no good. That part's understandable. That part's understandable. I get it. It's very harsh. But things are not always as they seem. Like As Karin, she was very low and point. She was wondering if she's going to die. And two people who look like they do like they have that look like they're gonna do something horrible to this child. Like these two guys, they could tell that she was from Atlanta Eddies because members of the Uzumaki clan have bright red hair, and since they're from the Hin Eddy village, they could tell right away. And that's the moment that she was about to be attacked by these two guys. Orochimaru saves her, and he offers her a place, even though she was basically used the same way, like a tool. But she wasn't used as a tool all the time. Like basically, she was allowed to do certain things that probably gave her a small sense of freedom. Unlike what happened with the hidden grass, like the hidden grass basically treated her like nothing. Unlike now. Basically, it's understandable. I mean, think about it. You had a choice. Would you stay at a place that would treat you not like garbage, like less than human, or would you go with someone that and possibly go to a place that's far better off, that at least treat you with some dignity and respect? And that's common sense. It's not. I know that you probably know this, but it's common sense. I mean, she even got to see Sasuke again because of her connection with her. But Sasuke, he didn't care much, for her, other than her abilities. Like basically, she was basically used as a tool again, but this time, and a lot more. She was trusted more as a comrade rather than a tool, basically. Hey, but then so basically, it's understandable for the way it's seen. Like basically seeing like Karin's life was nothing but crap. Right? The only person who ever tried to save her was Sasuke, and even he almost tossed her aside like garbage. We all know what happens after what happened with Danzo. And during the fight with Danzo, he treated her like nothing. And things like didn't go so well for her. Like she dedicated her life to following Sasuke basically, and trying to follow her, and knowing that this life is not going to be easy. I mean, her life was nothing. Like I know I'm talking down to her, but the truth is I kind of empathize with her because I didn't understand Karin, and it's about time we got a Karin story. But now that we know what she went through, it's understandable. Like she was a tool. They treated her less than human. She was treated as garbage and almost tossed aside. And in fact, if she hadn't keep on pushing herself, if they pushed her even for this, she would have died the same way as her mom. I mean, she was just a little girl, and she lost her parent. We don't know who her father is. He probably died in the hidden Eddie village, and her mother, well, her mother was her only family, and she's gone now. That's very sad. That's very sad. This is kind of like a bitter, sad episode. And one of the things that quote me the most was at the end part. I don't know if the end part was part where she confronted the people who abused her and didn't like nothing. I don't know if that was a part of her dream or an actual flashback. Either way, either way, I don't know. That's up to the creators. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This is Sullivan asking my latest review on Naruto Shippuden episode 431. To see that smile just one more time. Very sad episode. Very sad. It's under. If you got anyway, that's all I gotta say. Bye. This is a very sad episode. And looks like next week's episode preview is gonna be about about some kind of diary or ninja scroll that Jiraiya left behind for Tsunade to read. Supposedly she's gonna use it in Naruto's past. It's gonna be a little bit of a flashback episode. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you're watching. Bye.